The next speaker is Mr. Mohammad Shalan. Mohammad Shalan will talk about digital transformation. Mohammad Shalan has a unique link to quality. He speaks Japanese. MashaAllah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الخلق أجمعين محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Today we are going to speak about digital transformation. Digital transformation is a very unique term actually, which is called in Arabic التحول الرقمي. So it's everywhere actually. We'll find it in the news. We'll find it everywhere. We'll find it in the 2030 vision as well in the NTB 2020. So it's everywhere actually. We will go also, we'll discuss some case studies. We will discuss the digital transformation bird actually. This is the unique bird that we should all know about. And we need to discuss the quality elements and how to drive digital transformation in quality. We will talk about some measurements and some feelings about digital transformation. You all remember this old office actually. In this old office you have everything was just paperwork. So you'll find now everything have been transformed. For example, we have transformed Skype into Skype, this old telephone set. This address book is now Facebook or other tools. This is small notes now is like Twitter. This map is going into Google Earth or Google Map or a lot of products. In here you have this pictures is like YouTube, or so you have a lot of tools now. So as you see, everything have been transformed now to new technologies, and it's continuing actually because new technologies will be coming every day. Even the building design, if we look at the building design worldwide, it has been also changed because initially this was the Chrysler building, which was state of art at that time actually. It was established in 1930, and it was this kind of tall buildings. Now we see a different kind of buildings where we will have this Apple headquarters that was opened in 1993. So it's totally different shape. And here this is Amazon headquarters, which will be established in 2018, and it's totally new shape and it's totally new design. So everything has been transformed actually. And here in the Saudi Vision 2030, it's clearly stated that we need to strengthen the governance of digital transformation. So we have two terms actually, digital transformation and the governance of digital transformation. And we will talk a bit about governance of digital transformation because this is a very important term as well. In the National Transformation Program 2020, which is actually the first phase, it's the first phase of the vision. We have 3 phases for the vision. And the first phase will be the National Transformation Program. National Transformation Program is clearly stating that there is now 5 common digital platforms, 29 essential digital initiatives that is for digital transformation. So it's very important to keep digital transformation for every step that we are going in. In the news, you will find a lot of news actually about digital transformation everywhere. I'm putting here just some news from the Arabic newspapers or for the Gulf region and for Saudi Arabia. But as well, you can find it everywhere actually. And we'll have multiple books and for this. The big technology giants actually is partnering on is working also on these initiatives here and there, like Cisco, like Microsoft, like other companies as well. Similarly here, you will find it in different Arabic news actually about digital transformation. You will find it in Emirates, in Qatar, in Kuwait, in Saudi Arabia. So everywhere you will find initiatives about digital transformation. Here we are just naming few initiatives actually for digital transformation that have been already done. You will find, for example, in government sector, you will find Saudi, Sadad, Abshar, Hafiz, Noor. You will find travel and accommodation, Airbnb, Skyscanner, booking. In rent-a-car, you will find Uber and Kareem, who came from nowhere, and they are now getting a lot of business, more than the companies that's doing business since years. And retail and second hand, you find Amazon, Haraj, AliExpress, and the Souq, which has been actually now part of Amazon. And technology itself have been transformed. So we will have a lot of initiatives like infrastructure as a service, software as a service, platform as a service. And for example, we all know Amazon as Amazon just for books and for some retail, but actually it is one of the biggest service provider for technology now. For food, you'll find some tablet.com, Hello Food, Swiggy, advertising. In the advertising, actually, you know that all the newspapers now, paper newspapers, is being now reduced actually. So, for example, Uqad or something, maybe they was printing millions of copies. Now they are shrinking, because you have a lot of media news coming, like Facebook, Twitter, Google, and also you'll find that this kind of digital transformation is removing the barriers. For example, Amazon we all know Amazon just for retail, but now it's providing IT services. Here also, there is some rules have been changed for digital transformation. Part of these tools, for example, previously we know that the big was eating the small, and this is a normal rule that everyone knows. But currently, if the big is not able to predict, or he is denying the facts, what's going on, or he is acting slowly or reacting slowly, then small can eat the big. And we have a lot of examples that small will eat the big. And we'll see some examples with numbers actually. Here, for example, if we take a close look in accommodation services. Before a few years, no one knew about Airbnb. This sign. Airbnb is coming in 2008, just started in 2008. And currently, they have 2 million accommodations in 191 countries. Its valuation is $25.5 billion. And its growth rate is 19%. While if you go to another, like Hilton, for example, Hilton was started in 1999, so it's very old, but it has less than 800,000 compared to 2 million here. And it is operating in 140 countries compared to 191 in here. And if you look at the growth rate, you'll find its growth rate is 9% compared to 90% for Airbnb. So here we see that small are eating big really. And if this big is not predicting or not able to transform, then we have, for example, the Kodak moment or something like this. But we have to take it. We have also the other numbers for Marriott and for others, but you can just see in later on.
Airbnb doesn't own the 2 million. Right?
Exactly.
But Hilton owns the 800,000.
Yeah, but I need the service.
Yes.
For example, Uber does not own cars, but I need the service. Kareem does not own cars.
Service-wise, I agree, but still they have some asset that value.
Of course, but actually you don't need to go to the moment where it's like Kodak moment, because Kodak was working in film technology while everyone is going digital. At some time, they got out of business. So at some time, if Hilton is not predicting, if they don't have their own interface and web tools and mobile tools, then Airbnb will operate Hilton in some time. So this is the risk. Here we have one unique example for digital. Everyone knows digital in IT technology actually. Digital was established in 1975. It was defunctioning at 1998. At that time it has 140 employees, 140,000 employees. Ken Elson, who is the owner and the founder of digital, said this: there is no reason anyone would want a computer in their home. He did not believe that a computer is needed at every home. He has no belief in this. On the contrary, Bill Gates came with the dreams: a computer on every desk and in every home. He did it, and he has a computer at every home. But this guy actually, just the computer stopped functioning at 1998 when every home needs a computer. So we need to believe. It's very important you believe. In here, this is one of my best quotes actually. Like, best people are motivated by belief. Others are motivated by dreams or money. So if you are motivated by belief, then you can do something. If you are not motivated by belief, maybe you can do, you cannot do. This is depends actually. وقد سبق هذا المعنى إلى هذا المعنى عبد الله بن عمر يقول: لقد عشنا برهة من دهرنا وأن أحدنا يؤتى الإيمان قبل القرآن. فالإيمان كان مهما جدا لصناعة الإنسان في الجيل المسلم الأول وقبل أن يأتي القرآن. يعني القرآن كان سبحان الله الإيمان بني في النفوس ثم جاءت التعليمات القرآن تنسق الأمور. Microsoft even actually have went into internal transformation. In 1975, Microsoft was formed by Bill Gates, But actually, Bill Gates believed that a computer at every home, but he did not believe in internet. And in 1994, there's a very famous quote for Bill Gates saying, "I see little commercial potential for the internet in the next 10 years." And this was wrong. Bill Gates actually could not do very well in the internet age. This is what everyone knows about it. So Bill Gates, when he discovered that or Microsoft, he chose the Microsoft, and he had it to build to Steve Ballmer. Steve Ballmer started at 2000 in Microsoft. He did very well in the internet age, and he did very good financials actually for Microsoft. But he was not able to cope up with the digital transformation age, with the cloud age. So he lost the search for Google, while Microsoft started the search. But Google took on the same. Same for mobile, same for cloud. For this actually, he handed the flag again to Satya Nadella. Satya Nadella is a believer of cloud actually, and he started to make Microsoft around the cloud and around. So it's very important we believe in this. Here what's called the digital transformation bird. This is my creation, I don't know if it's wrong or right. This is the definition of digital transformation. It has different definitions actually, but this is my definition. My definition, it's a journey, so it's not one step ahead. It's just a journey to deliver superior user experience. So user experience is very important because everything is built around the user through technology, enablement, differentiation, supported by required competencies. So we need three elements that we will see later on. And also we need to build equality in everything, because equality is very important. The people will not come in case there is no quality. So this is the digital transformation bird. You will find in here, in the heart, you will find the user experience. It has two wings, which is technology and competencies, because technology alone will not work actually. And then we have the crown, which is quality. So it's very important actually we take care about this bird. Here we have a way. So قل هذه سبيلي أدعو إلى الله على بصيرة. So when you have a way actually, you have a vision how to move on this way also. Here Steve Jobs, we have a quote: everything is based on a simple rule. Quality is the best business plan, period. So we have to always build equality, because this is a journey, so we have to build equality and think equality. It's the age of customer. Everything has a built in the heart. Everything is built on the user experience now, because it's now the age of user experience. In 1900, we started with the manufacturing. It was manual, everything was manual. So we start with the machinery. In the distribution age, it started in 1960, where the goods start to move around the world. Later on, we have the information age from 1990 up to 2010. Now we are in the user age. The user have to define everything. We have another quote for Steve Jobs. We have to start with customer experience and work backwards. So everything have to start from customer now, because customer is the decider now for you. So it's the age of user experience. As you see, we start. This is the normal base that we use to the customer just eliminate, and he's loyal for one brand, and then he will continue to work with this brand. Later on, there starts some kind of information that he can collect. So his decision was start to be complex. Later on, we just in his mobile phone, you will find he can just move around and find a lot of information. So his decision now, you see here, every purchase decision will be based on mobile. But somehow, either he will start at mobile, go to the shop, and then purchase on computer, or he will start on mobile, purchase and purchase on the mobile, or he will purchase directly from the mobile. But the mobile itself is everywhere actually in every purchase decision. Before that, you go to the shop and you purchase. That was the initial stage, but now it's not anymore like this. The digital transformation is based in terms of technology. Digital transformation is based of 5 major technologies, which is called SMAC-T. SMAC-T is the social, mobile, analytics, cloud, and Internet of Things. I think these are familiar terms now, because everyone knows about them. But later on we can explain them if we have some time, I don't know. There's other technologies like cognitive systems, like 3-dimensional printing, and like robotics. Like for the next speaker, you will see something about robotics. But in here, actually, this is the issue. Is mainly this is SMAC-T. Please remember this term. This is a very important term because it's coming everywhere now. But technology cannot work alone. Starting at 1990, technology have been increasing up. You see here, there's technology, there's a lot of technologies coming, more technologies. So this curve is coming up and up. But unfortunately, we have this report from World Bank actually, and here it's a survey in 87 countries, where we'll find that starting in 1973, productivity of employees is decreasing. It's not increasing. Because there's a lot of tools now to take out your time. And also sometimes you have the technology, but you are not using the technology. I can ask you actually, you have millions of applications on your mobile. How many applications you are using? And how many applications you are using efficiently? So it's very important sometimes. So in here actually, technology is moving upwards, but productivity is decreasing. And the reason actually why is because we need this. This is the competences actually. You have the technology, but you have to build also the technology, the competences that will benefit you from technology. So we have here 6 main drivers, which is actually rise of smart machines. Then when you have to work, when you have to take a decision about something that will not be replaced by a machine, because a machine age is coming. So you need to use your unique mind in a way it will not be ever replaced by machine. It's the extreme longevity. Actually now the age of people is becoming more and more. And it's not reasonable to retire at 60 or at 40 or at 50 and then you stay at home. You should have some way so that you extend your life after this. And you have now a lot of technology, a lot of work, because you can work everywhere, in every how. You can design your job. So you have to keep this in mind. The new media, before you have just sources coming from one library, from one newspaper, now we have a multiple information ages, so you have to take care about this. Computational world, previously you take information based on limited data, because you have limited sources of data. Now actually you have big data. This is the analytics actually. We have big data, and in this big data also you have computational capability. Initially you have to compute at your home or at your desk. Currently you have supercomputers working where you can just rent a supercomputer anywhere to analyze the data that's coming from social media and to take your decision. So you have to benefit from these tools and from these. Here also the super organized structures, organizations. Organization, initially it was silos, like finance is working alone, IT is working alone, manufacturing is working alone. Now everything is merged. And Google, for example, they are unique because they are having teams. When they need to make an initiative, they are making teams of different things. Other than this, they will not work. Also for this is the main actually, but also you will find also 10 competences. These 10 competences, I will not go through them actually, because they will take some time, but these are the competences. You see here the color code actually. So this competency, for example, is merged from this and this. So these are a kind of competences that you need to build, like critical thinking, like kind of analysis, so it's how you move into this kind of analytics and build your competences. So it's very important. My message to you actually is build competences, not only to use the technology that you have. Here we are talking about quality. I bought this logo actually real time behind, because now everything is turned into real quality. You cannot say, okay, I will test after you finish. Once you finish your job, I will come and to have the quality assurance tester to come. This is no more coming, because you have to build the quality in everything. And to build quality actually you have to take a lot of elements. I will not go in every element actually. Just in here in governance, it's very important. I have one slide about governance, quality assurance, and the negative questions. This is what I need to focus on in the later slides. Here is the effect of quality. As per the surveys actually, you will find 46% of the people thinking that employee productivity will decrease by 40% if there is no quality. Here you find 39% will think there will be a loss of revenues. 56% think that the customer will run out of your business in case you don't have quality. Here is governance actually. Governance is a wide term actually. Governance is something to build equality in everything. Governance is something to put a constitution actually for your work, for your journey. And because this digital transformation is a journey, so you have to govern, you have to make a constitution so that every step for you is very familiar, and will give a decision for you. And because you cannot go back. So you have to calculate every step, and you have the way. Governance actually have 4 pillars, which is transparency, fairness, accountability, and responsibility. This is just an introduction for this. The risk dimensions. In case of risk dimensions, actually you'll see that the major risk dimension is the inadequate leadership, or in here insufficient management support, or shortage of digital expertise. So it's built around the people actually. People should believe, people should have a leadership for change, that it is. And here for Gartner predicts that by 2020, 60% of digital business will suffer actually because of IT, because of technology, because there will be no competences in the people. So everyone have to build his competences. There is here, you have a goal that you can build and use in the future. Also, we have to think about culture. The culture of the company and the organization everywhere need to we have to build, everyone should be involved actually. We should be aware of this. It's very important. So we need to build the culture for challenge, the culture for change, the culture for digital transformation. Quality assurance. Quality assurance itself actually have been transformed, because previously quality assurance was just at later stage you will come with the quality assurance people and they will start. Now quality assurance, and you was looking at certain point actually for quality assurance, but now you will look into quality assurance in terms of customer value, how it will deliver custom value to customer, technology integration, how to be compliant, and something fit for purpose. Is it that what you need? Because people actually have multiple options. In case you will not provide them with the option that they will require, then okay, they find another one. Business platform, because as Nibal said actually, we need to have continuity, we have to need some kind of optimization, we have to have availability. If the service is not available, then what is the use for this service? Here, this is very important topic actually, the negative question. Usually, the CEOs or the management would come to the IT people and to the technology people saying, okay, why are you spending that much of time, that much money? Where are all that money is going on? And it's very hard sometimes for the management to measure the service, but actually you need to think the other way around. The other way around is, you need to ask the negative question. For example, let's take the example of Google, of Samsung. Samsung actually, because of this battery issue, they have lost their name. They have lost a lot of millions actually. Not millions, billions. So that it is actually, you also need to ask the negative question, what will happen if I did not invest in this technology? What will happen if I did not invest in this step? What will happen if I did not move with the technology? Or something like this. So always ask the negative question. Now it's the time to ask the negative question, not the positive one. In terms of measurements, actually, we have some. This is just one index. Actually, this index was made by World Bank. Actually, it's Digital Adaptation Index, to see where you are in the digital transformation journey. This in here, this web link, actually, you'll find here. It's a live HTML file. You'll find it in the internet, and it's just updating every day. They update it every day with a lot of competency to see every country where it's moving in digital transformation journey. Here you'll see this is the Saudi Arabia actually in here, in the middle almost of the digital transformation journey. You'll find here, this is Switzerland, this is Finland, this is Netherlands. So these are all countries in the top actually of digital transformation, and this is based on multiple rules. I will not go through them by details actually, but you can find it. Here is the source. This is updated day by day actually. But in here, just to get a feeling actually how we calculate this index. So this index is based on economy, business, people, and government. They have few competences for every part of them, as I listed here, and they are calculating based on some kind of averages. And so they calculate this, as I told you, it's day by day. In here, I need this is a feeling. That was a measure. That was a solid measure with numbers. This is a feeling actually. The feeling is that the 5 seconds feeling test in case you are able to take a smart decision in 5 seconds, only in 5 seconds, then you are digitally transformed correctly. Other than this, maybe still you are in the journey. Here, just I need I put this slide on purpose actually, because digital transformation, we have another term called digital disruption. Digital disruption is like Uber, for example. Uber come from nowhere and they start to taking business from rent-a-car and from taxi service and something like this. So it was disrupted by this service. And we have like Kodak, for example. Kodak was disrupted to death. So something like this. So in here you will see I need you to be proactive so that you plan to start the digital transformation now actually and not to wait. Because if someone else, you are waiting in this, you are moving in this direction, but at some stage someone will come and he will disrupt you like this. So please, don't be disrupted. And digital transformation actually is having great opportunities. It's having great opportunities for organizations, for people, for countries. And that's why actually Saudi Vision 2030 is having a main focus on digital transformation. So please this is the opportunity, so take the opportunity of digital transformation. This is my last message for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Engineer Mohammad Shalan. Very informative talk. ثانيا المهندس محمد شعلان فليتفضل مشكورا مع ابنه يحيى محمد شعلان متحدثين